welcome back to the channel. Today it's hard to me to make this video. It's just exactly a week that my beloved cat has passed away, and the grief is terrible, but I feel that I need to make something to keep my head busy, or anyway to try to cope with this pain. So I'm here today to try this video for you, speaking about tactics and speak about solo game, which are most of my game, and maybe some of you will try something similar. And today I will show you a system that I developed from an existing rule for AA, and maybe someone you will give a try if he has no possibility to play with a friend in quick time soon. I've just talked about Adjutant Introvable before in some video, but I want to show you better how I adapted this set of rules for AA to Valor Fortitude after more tests and more play tests. First of all, I remember that Nick Burt has made this, and you can find it on internet for few money, very cheap. This is a very good rule set, but as you see, is pretty adaptable to any period. Maybe it's not the best one for Valor and Fortitude for some reason. First of all, what that I do not like is that it's a strategy put the AA always on attack, or with cars that suit better on attack than on defense. And second, I do not like the deployment for the IA that use, because is very focused on terrain, and this is not the best for Valor and Fortitude. But let me enter in the rule and how slightly I change it. You can see, I make a quick look how much terrain is important for strategy and deployment. And if you buy it, you will see, and how the strategy card works on this. You can see this one and this one is slightly different. I modified this card with can remember with my PC, can remember the program. Okay, I clean the card. It's a PDF, you can modify it. Left just the number down there and the tactics, and now I'll back with this to show you why, because this is good for the rule in total. I made a slightly difference, so now I proceed to show you my modification with, after lots of playtest, make this set pretty decent to play solo games of Valor and Fortitude. Keep in mind that Gerald, my sparring partner down there, the dinosaur, beat me 3 or 4 times using AA, so the system works, even if it's made with dice. First of all, when you decided the scenario, it is a custom one or a casual one, roll 1 die for the AA to determine which army you may take, or simply choose. Then, depending on the mission, you will take one of this strategy of attack for your sorry, this is for defense, for the attack of for your EA. Example, you need to take a windmill on the left of the field. This is good, or everything you want. You understand me, okay? And the same is if the IA will be the defender. I made this card for the defense by myself, using and modify the one for the attack. But I have a file. If some one of you are interested, just text me and I will send the file for the defense card. Then the human discretion is to select, I suggest to select another strategy. Maybe a left and a center attack, probably. Something like this. This is the A main attack. This is the second strategy. If something happened during the game, you can swoop the strategy of attack. I suggest after a couple of defeats from the A, you can change the situation. Then the real important thing is deployment. You have to divide your army in three parts: main force, super force, and reserves. Reserves, especially if mission, custom scenario, sorry, or anything else, have reserves for the rule. The main force will be deployed in order to take the objective. So in this case, the center strategy may suggest that you have to take the objective in the center. The main force will be put here. What is the main force is on the human decision, but you will try to put together a force that are good to achieve the mission. And on the other two sectors of the field, on the left and on the right of the main force, you will have support unit, which are intended to divert the enemy, distract, block a flank, everything you think that the super force will suit it to do, and then the reserves in the center to push on into to the attack. Maybe relieve the forces spent in the first wave and achieve the main purpose. And for the defense is exactly the same. The main force is to achieve the objective, so protect a flank, protect a center, and vice versa, etc. And reserves is where you expect the most impact of the enemy, and the other two sectors will support. And this essentially is what is the deployment. Is easier because Valor Fortitude is easy. Keep in mind that I cannot react so smarter than a human to destruction or other stuff, but it's good enough, I assure you, it's good enough to put a purpose to the AA and let it pursue it. The last human distraction for the game is in the deployment. Overall general movement and deployment is left to the player. Artillery battery, artillery in general, especially in defense, could be deployed far from their main brigade, so at discretion of the player, and divert the reserve in case your flank is collapsing too early. You can divert the reserve to protect that exposed flank or part of the field. Then, and coming to the card, I made an extended explanation and a quick reference table. It's pretty the same for every kind of activation that you have to charge, engage, probe, react, and relieve. Means that the situation on the field may change and the AA will act. And here is where you must follow what the dice declare for your AA army. So charge, and I don't want to read everything across this table. For example, engage. If your AA is in attack, prefer maneuver over fire. Engage in melee only if in advantage. Where charge, emphasize melee over fire, and avoid engagement only if in evident disadvantage, etc. And on the defense, unit prefer fire over melee, engage only against unit with more than 2 casualties, etc., etc. Every single activation is explained in this table or in my home rule. And when you roll for the tree sector of the field, you have seen in my battle report I did this. You roll and you have +1 if the AA in superiority and -1 if is weak on this sector, and apply the result. For example, you are defending on a flank, you see you are not engaged. Maybe you have probe, you obtain probe. Probe means that the unit will move with caution and prefer fire over melee. If you are defending a spot and you have just reached the spot that you want to defend, the unit of the AA in that sector do not move. They stay and shoot. They stay and shoot unless the rule state they are in superiority 2-1, and etc. There is a lot of interaction and opportunity which allow you to get a good, if not the best, a good result in the action of your opponent. Because I know that playing against human is another stuff, but not always is possible. For example, for me, it's quite rare the possibility to play against a human being, and so I'm forced to play with an inflatable dinosaurs, and my option is to play alone or to do not play at all, so I prefer to play alone. You can skip any AA, but it's hard to be really balanced in your choices when you take both the decision, and it's easy to take one of the two parts even if you are not do it intentionally. So I found in time that this system is a good system to achieve what I want. And I add another small table here to spice a little bit if your command is not a simple commander, but it has a personality, a small one. Aggressive leader, strategic leader, or cautious leader. Add some modifier to the dice roll, and an aggressive one will take some decision that will pay or not pay off, depending on the situation, but essentially is more aggressive in its move, because a +1 on every of this roll will move to get engage, charge, or engage more frequently than other result. It became more than 3, more than 2, more than 3 in a center attack. An aggressive leader will try to charge at first opportunity. A strategic one do this only if it is in superiority. A cautious one never get a bonus on the attack, but have a bonus on the defense, etc., etc. So this is how the AA works for Valor Fortitude. It's about 6-7 months that I use every time I play alone, so almost every time I play, and I found it a valid option for those people which have few possibility to play with someone. That's it for this one. This is a short video, but it's enough today. I hope you that it's help, and if any one of you is interested in get the system, I will pass you the Adjutant Introvable, because I feel that it's fair to buy from the inventors. But if you want my home rules or the file with the defense card, just text me or comment in the comment below or on the Facebook page, and I'm very happy to send you the files that you need to adapt Adjutant Introvable for Valor and Fortitude. That's it. The last thing that I forgot at the beginning, huge thanks for all of you that sympathize with my loss on Facebook page or on the channel. Thank you for your moral support. I hope to see you soon in way better condition and way better situation. Thank you for watching, and see you as soon as possible. Bye bye.